Yes, good afternoon and welcome to Pittsburgh Westinghouse Academy. My name is Dr. Wayne Walters, proud superintendent of the Pittsburgh Public Schools, and it is my pleasure to welcome Lieutenant Governor Austin Davis, Senator Lindsey Williams, Pennsylvania American Federation of Teachers President Wendy Coleman, Pittsburgh Federation of Teachers President Billy Harmon, and our valued labor and workforce partners. Through our CTE programs, students are engaging in hands-on learning, earning industry-recognized credentials, and accessing college-level coursework that prepares them for life after graduation.
We have 17 different programs located in 6 high schools, very different from a career and technical education center that houses all programs in one building. So we travel and support in 6 different buildings, 6 different comprehensive high schools.
This visit gives us a chance to highlight how life-changing career and technical education, and especially emergency response technology, is not only for students but for the community as well. Career and technical education is an investment allowing students to learn and preparing them for flexible, innovative, and diverse career pathways.
The governor and I have been committed since day one to ensuring that all Pennsylvania students can chart their own course and learn in safe environments for both them and the staff that serve them. I'm proud that I chair the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency, and we've driven over $200,000 in grants specifically here to Westinghouse for school mental health initiatives to make sure that young people have the resources that they deserve and that they need to make sure that they can succeed.
I think that it's just so remarkable, and Pittsburgh and our region should know how remarkable it is, the mix, the right mix of all the things that we need to have in Pittsburgh Public Schools for a remarkable program. And the leadership of Angela Mike, the contributions of AFT to get CTE going, the dedication by our board and our superintendent, the state level support by Senator Williams and others in the state, the leadership of your principal, Dr. Hill, and also all the partners that contributed this, like Leon Ford, the incredible work that he and his foundation do. It's endless.
And we were here about 2 years ago, I think, for the Basic Ed Funding Commission hearing, right in this very same spot. And I will tell you that some of my colleagues in Harrisburg still talk about how blown away they were at the programs here at Westinghouse. So what you are doing is really, people are taking notice.
I'm Lauren, and I'm part of the Emergency Response Technology program here. And kind of just to say, this program has been one of the greatest things to happen to me is an understatement. Your first year, you kind of get, the basics, learn the technical side of it. The second and third year, I'm in my 3rd year, and I got my NREMT last year. And I have the opportunity this year to graduate early and go work for the city of Pittsburgh right out of high school.
We have worked with Westinghouse CTE program for numerous years, and we've brought instructors in and try to help teach, and it is an enormous amount. It's phenomenal that you were able to get your National Registry Emergency Medical Technician certification. It is a very rigorous program. I had the pleasure of interviewing Lauren almost about 2 weeks ago, and I must say you guys did a great job. She came in my office dressed to the nines. I did not know she was as young as she was. I was just very impressed and blown away by this young lady. So she has received a tentative job offer.
It is partnerships like this that really does my heart really good to see what we're doing with the students here. And this is not something brand new that I was made aware of when I became the public safety director. I'm glad that I'm here to celebrate both the partnership, but more importantly, that the great accomplishments of the people around who are sitting around me for your efforts to go into those careers. And so thankful for your due diligence and continuance and to make sure that you accomplish these goals, and certainly glad to have one of the first representatives to come through the program to onboard directly into Pittsburgh EMS. It is a celebration.
Well, when I first started carpentry, wasn't too sure that I was gonna like it as much as I really do now. When I first started, it was kind of something I had to do. But as time went on, I really figured out that I really like doing this. I like working with my hands a lot. I like building. I like laying stuff out. It's all nice to me, honestly.
And you know what, that's important to mention, Mr. Bender, if you could just speak to students taking courses right when they start to become an apprentice.
So Josh will graduate with college credit already through our partnership, and then once he gets into our program, depending on which craft he chooses, his college education will continue either through Slippery Rock University, Rowan University, or Thomas Edison University in partnership with our credits of COE. So we are not anti-college by any means. We are anti-college debt.
One thing I loved about this program was the co-op. You can work in a hospital when you're in 12th grade. I was at UPMC Shadyside, and it's like a good shadowing experience. I was helping the nurse take IVs. I was watching them take the patients to physical therapy. I was changing the linen bin. It's just a good shadow experience in a hospital. You get 20 an hour.
The program was designed to allow students an operational opportunity to come into a hospital, get a little bit of exposure into what the day in the life of working in healthcare looks like, to build broader understanding through that program. Building this partnership with PPS has helped us to get students through, learn about some of the other areas of healthcare in there, and really help to push them and guide them into the direction, because again, we want to see students come out of school with as little debt as possible.
So I'm a third year in the culinary program. Our first year looks like we're learning the basics, knife cuts, food allergies, all that stuff. Second and third years are lumped together. So that looks like it's more independent because, he tries not to hover as much to let us do our own thing. It's great.
So we're thrilled to have Zion as a worker there, really teaching front of the house operation. The importance of customer service, the importance of smiling, the importance of having a service-first mindset, and really just helping them understand that their pay is tied to their behavior. Because as their service is exceptional, their tips tend to be higher, and as a result, they get paid more.
Your first year, you go through all your chapters, what you expect to be in the program, the proper way to present yourself professionally. And that's when we start with braiding, a lot of braiding, and nails. Your second and third year is a mix of thermal application, which includes not roller sets, Marcel irons, flat iron curls, blowouts, and then chemical applications.
My call was the Sports and Exhibition Center. I went down there for economic development, and I met Mr. Edwards, and I started off working on the Greater Hill District Master Plan. They asked me what I wanted to do after I graduated from high school. I told them I wanted to be an accountant. So then they met me up with Mr. Kevin, and he is one of the 6 accountants out of their business, downtown. And then basically I started staying with him, managing assets.
Another opportunity where Ms. Soko has provided us is with Dr. Bay. Myself, I wanted to be a real estate agent, so I felt like this was a good opportunity for me to talk to somebody in real estate. And Dr. Bay was in real estate, and she was really motivation to me because she came from similar background as I, and yeah.
One thing that we do in engineering is use this app called Onshape, which is a product development platform. We make 3D models and then 3D print them and use them in our projects. I was also a part of the co-op internship. To go through co-op, we had to do an interview, which gives work experience. We had to dress formal, make eye contact, sit up straight, and talk about everything you've done in engineering, in class and outside of class.
First, I really just want to thank all the young people who spoke. Let's give them a round of applause for all the great work. All the great work you all are doing. I know we sat here and listened, but I know I can speak for all of us on this side of the table that we were all touched and impacted by the work that you're doing every single day. And it's why we do the work that we do to make sure that you have the resources that you need to have every ladder of opportunity to succeed. So I want you to know you all are truly doing amazing and special things.
We were able to get our pre-apprenticeship grant off the ground because of a grant. We were able to, when you go into the carpenter's room, carpentry programs room, you're going to see students were able to get kits, tool kits. Their registration fees are paid. Their boots are paid for. This is all because of the hard work that happens at the state level from you all. So thank you so much